It's been an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
My name is John Prittikin, and I'm from California. I'm a motivational speaker, and I've been speaking to students all over the world for the last 30 years.
I'm going to say this to you from the bottom of my heart. Don't ever give up.
When I was in high school, I was 15 years old. A man came and he shared inspirational things, and he rolled the frying pan and did all these strongman stuff, and it really touched my heart. And I saw the reaction of everybody around me. By speaking on stage and helping people, I wanted to do that. One that sticks out in my head is I was a small school in California, and I'm coming to the end, and I see this little girl, and I just really feel in my heart I'm supposed to pick that little girl. And so I go, hey, why don't you come up here and help me? And as I'm doing that, all the teachers are like, no, don't, not her, no. But at that point, she's already up on stage. And I go, what's your name? She tells me her name, and all the teachers just back off. And I go, how old are you? She tells me how old she is. I go, are you having fun? She goes, yeah. I said, I picked you because you're special. You need to know how special you are. And so I broke the baseball bat, gave her the wristband, and she went back. And I gave everyone a high five as they walked out. The teachers were walking up to me just crying. And they said that girl had never talked before. That was the first time that she had ever spoken. They went into the office and called her parents and said, hey, your daughter's speaking now. So to me, that's one of the highlights in my life of the programs I've done. Yeah, I was doing an assembly one time and someone yelled out, they said, John, if you saw the guy who tripped you in the hall, he said, would you roll him up like a frying pan if I saw him today? And if I saw those boys today, I would walk up to him and say this, I forgive you. Forgiving someone's not saying what you did to me is good or approving of it, it's letting it go. The scar on my chin reminds me every day to forgive people. And I still have tough times. I still have times that, people hurt me. But going through that experience has taught me to forgive people. So if I saw them, even all the hurt and pain they caused me, I would say, I forgive you.
I was speaking in Scotland.
דיברתי בסקוטלנד.
In the middle of my assembly,
באמצע המפגש שלי,
a student stood up.
נעמד תלמיד,
He walked up on the stage.
בעד הבמה,
He stopped me in the middle of my program.
עצר אותי באמצע התוכנית,
He said, this morning at breakfast,
וסיפר שבאותו הבוקר,
my parents sat me down
ההורים שלו הושיבו אותו,
and said, we're getting a divorce.
ואמרו לו, אנחנו הולכים להתגרש.
Because they pointed at me
הוא אמר, הם הצביעו עליי,
and said, it's your fault.
ואמרו לי, זה באשמתך.
But it's not his fault.
זה לא באשמתו.
As soon as he said that,
ברגע שהוא אמר את זה,
he was so overcome with emotion,
היה כל כך מרוגש,
like he felt he collapsed.
שהוא התמוטט,
And before he hit the
לפני
stage,
שהוא פגע ברצפה,
I caught him.
תפסתי אותו,
He's crying,
הוא בכה,
yelling out loud
התחיל לצעוק,
in front of the whole school.
מול כל בית הספר.
He goes, John,
צעק ג'ון,
I don't know what I did.
I think coming to Israel has been a passion of my heart. Being Jewish, I've always wanted to make a difference. And so I started coming in 2001 during the start of the Intifada. I made a commitment to come every year. And that has just grown and blossomed to doing all these assemblies now. I think I've been in like 1,000 different schools. Don't hold me to that number, but something like that. And so that's the reason why I just have made a commitment. I've been all over the world, 60-something countries, but there's nothing like Israel. It's a special place, and they've really touched my heart. There's little points along the way that made it possible for me to be able to get through it. So I look back, it was like my mom helping me out, Mr. Edwards, my teacher. My first year in high school, I had a friend named Craig, who was our big star athlete. He goes, sit next to me, and made it possible. He watched out for me, changed my whole high school experience. And I was 18 years old, I got my first girlfriend. And because of that, we dated through college, and she helped me with my homework. But now we've been married for 28 years. My wife has been a huge influence in my life. So it's a question I get asked a lot. And if I can go back in time, what would I change about my life? And this is my answer. I always say, nothing. I think going through that time has made me who I am. But there's one thing I wish I would have done, is I wish I would have talked to people. The tough times I shared with everybody, I held on the inside. If I would have talked to a teacher or to a parent or to someone in authority or anybody, they could have stepped in and helped me. I always tell people, if you're going through a tough time, make sure you reach out to someone. I still battle with anxiety. I still battle in time with panic attacks. And when I go through those tough times in life, I always reach out. I still go to counseling, because I always know when I'm going through difficult times, if I could reach out to someone, they can help me out. I don't have to go through life alone, and I want everyone else to know that. You don't have to do life by yourself. I mean, there's times it gets hard. There's times you're tired. There's times it's overwhelming. There's a lot of frustrations that can happen. you know, in what I do for a living. And being on stage too, or in the public eye, you can get a lot of criticism, so it becomes really difficult. But then you get a message, you saved my life today. Or you get a message like, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. That's what keeps you going. It's making an impact in someone's life. You know, I can't change the world by myself, but hopefully I'm making a little bit of a difference in the world.